performance again. We're not like the others who get all the fame. When you think it's in trouble, you could call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
It was that was the riskiest
Yeah, it was a long
sound clip
Yeah,
we've
it was
ever
a long
had.
sound clip.
As you may
on
know,
the brothers. Oh, sorry.
as you may know, Nintendo does not play.
No, yeah, we had about
When it
maybe
comes
5 seconds of that. 7 at the max.
What is up, and welcome back to the Ready Player Live podcast, your favorite show about games and games. I'm your host Milo, here with Jerell.
Season 8.
Season 8.
Season 8. We ain't too late.
Season 8.
It's gonna be great.
Episode 1.
It's currently April. I don't know. I'm trying to stretch it out.
Dude, we have made it to season 8.
Yeah.
It's
pretty crazy.
Freaking believe it.
You dig it?
Can you dig it?
Dude,
Yeah, ocho.
welcome back to the show. If you are a repeat listener, thank you for coming back. Thank you for putting up with us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything, all the day ones, the ride or dies, the people that just cannot stop supporting us. Thank you for coming back.
Facts.
If you're new here, if someone referred you to us, or if you found us online, you Googled something and we popped up, it does happen. If you like what you hear, go ahead, follow, subscribe, find us on YouTube.
Like what you see? No.
If you like, hey, you know what? We sometimes we flex on them and we wear the tank tops, and it's all right. If you want to, and if you like what you see, that's fine too. It's mostly Jerell that you're probably enjoying.
Oh,
That's
no,
all right.
What are you talking about? Milo's over there with the arms out.
Dude, it's hot.
Gun show.
It's like
I got the fan on, man. It's nice in here. What are you talking about?
Dude, it's like 95 degrees today. Like,
Was it?
I got like sunburn. Yeah.
It's rough.
As I was saying, Nintendo. You know what? This episode.
Were you saying something?
I was.
I'm like, as I was saying. What were you saying?
I was talking about Nintendo and how they don't fuck around.
Oh yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This, going over our notes here, this episode is going to be very Nintendo centric.
I think so.
So if you are a Nintendo
enjoyer,
a Nintendo enjoyer, or a Nintendo fan, I know I am. I got like this Zelda tattoo on my arm.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about Zelda. We're going to talk about Mario. And, before we get into that, this whole copyright thing, right? So, sometimes people get sued.
Please don't sue us, Nintendo. Please. Oh, God, please.
Did you hear about this, Jerell? So before we get into I guess we talk about weight training and bodybuilding and motivational stuff.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, I have to talk about this.
Okay.
Did you hear about famed Switch hacker Gary Bowser?
No.
Did you know that there's a person named
Gary Bowser? What I didn't hear what happened.
Okay. All right. So totally related to this episode.
Enlighten everyone on who Gary Bowser is, so that.
Okay. So Gary Bowser, no relation to famed
Koopa.
villain
King Koopa,
Koopa
Bowser.
of the. So there's a guy, right? There's a fella out there by the name of Gary Bowser. He has basically been fucked for life.
Oh wait, he just got released from prison or something, right?
He just got released from prison.
I did.
And check it out.
Hear that?
Nintendo and their lawyers or their legal team or whatever, they rip this guy to shreds.
Yeah, he hacked the freaking system forever ago, right? Our entire lives, basically.
Well, I believe he basically hacked switches and resold them.
Yeah.
So you can hack pretty much anything with a computer. You can hack it so that way you can download games, you can play ROMs, you can play all the stuff for free, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this guy got arrested. He was charged, whatever. Nintendo made it so that he has to pay
astronomical
30% of his income for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Damn.
So what do you think they're going to do to us? What do you think they're going to do to us when they hear our little episode and they hear us playing this cute little Mario Brothers song? It's over.
Yeah. Well, hey, we made it to season 8.
Hey, you know what? If you never hear from us again,
And then you'll know why. Nintendo got us.
Jerell's check will be garnished. My check will be garnished for life. Anyway, I felt that I had to throw that out there. So anyway,
We love you, Nintendo. Please.
Nintendo, dude, I'm a big Zelda fan.
We have all of your consoles.
I have like a Switch like right here. I got like a piece of the controller like right here. Like, please don't sue us. Like, no, but that's the thing. Like, Nintendo does not care, dude.
Yeah.
Like, they go the ultimate, the furthest possible charge they can throw at you. They're gonna do it. They're gonna pursue it. They
But
don't care.
you know what they do care about? Their quality when it comes to animated films, because the new Mario movie, if you haven't seen it, I tell you what. If you haven't seen it, I guess, I don't know. Maybe you're blind. I mean, that's the only.
I feel like everyone has
even
made an attempt to see it by now.
Even I think that's the only person that probably hasn't. And even then, they're probably reading
The only person
transcripts. Like
you know who hasn't seen it?
This is amazing.
Gary Bowser. Gary Bowser's the only person who hasn't seen it because he's been locked up for.
Well, he's probably seen it now since you've been out. Eating some popcorn.
If that was you, I would
Great.
be done, dude. I'd be like, fuck that movie.
Like John Leguizamo.
Yeah, John.
Yeah,
Leguizamo.
he
"Fuck
basically said that
movie."
too. I'm not watching that. Which is funny because it's like, really? Like, calm down, man. Like, you're just mad because they didn't put you in the movie or reference the original
John Leguizamo,
old Mario movie. Like, calm down.
He just
Not
needs to
that
stay
big of a
relevant.
deal. Nah,
He just needs to stay relevant. He needs
I
to
was in a
be-
Mario movie too.
Okay,
You were?
John Leguizamo. Okay, let's walk you back to your room now.
Funny enough, though, like
Okay.
I guess the sales for that movie like went through the roof after this movie came out. Yeah, which is hilarious. People probably got it and were like, "What on earth? This is terrible."
So let's. You know what?
We've already
we're gonna-
discussed this movie before. We've talked about the OG.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. We'll have to
Yeah.
go back and find out what
It's
like season and episode it was, because that was like a great
I know
episode.
we've talked about it, but
You know what? We're gonna do a Mario movie review at the end of this episode,
At some point,
pretty
yeah.
much. So stay tuned for that.
I think
what else we got?
I think we'll have to throw some spoilers on that one because I can't. I know normally
No,
you're
we're
like,
going in.
no spoilers, but I'm like, it's been long enough. I feel like we need to
We're
discuss
warning
this.
you now.
At
Th-
the,
we
end,
will
at
be
the end, we'll let you know.
We
Yeah.
will be doing a full spoiler review.
Absolutely.
We're warning you. We're telling you right now at the beginning of the episode. So do not come at us. Do not come at us if we spoil this movie for you. What else we got?
Don't forget to check out our website.
ReadyPlayerLift.com. Find us, support us.
Yeah.
We got some new designs on there. Jerell, he handles
every
all
once in a
the
while.
merchandising.
I think maybe we might even do like a, since it's starting to get hot out, do another tanks special thing or whatever. Little season 8 tank sale. Yeah,
Let's do it. Why not? All proceeds go back to the show. So hey, you know what? If you guys want to help us,
check out the
as
site.
you can see,
Get yourself a tank top. It's getting hot out.
Yep, we
It's
appreciate
that
it.
time.
All right. So basically, what else do we have? Okay, so we have we had an Ask Ready Player Lift.
The Ask Ready Player Lift, yeah.
So let's go ahead and get into that.
All right, let's do it. Ask Ready Player Lift.
I'm not asking those guys nothing. So
Okay.
every now and then this is one of my favorite parts of the show.
Ask Ready Player Lift.
Actually Yes.
Okay.
I love just kind of being real with people, being real with our listeners. And a lot of times, Jerell and I kind of laugh because it's like, what's your favorite workout? And we're not like laughing, but we're just like, well, like,
That's
you know.
it's a little, you got to be a little more.
Yeah. So,
specific.
yeah. So, but I like to get, I want like, if you're listening to us, like, I want you to give us like some like hardball questions, like give us something
why
like,
not?
yeah. But I did enjoy this question. It was by fellow podcasters, the 4 a.m. network. We've talked about them before. And they asked, what or who is your favorite music artist, band, or group right now when working out? Like, what do you listen to when you train? And I thought this was a great question.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to go first? I'm gonna say Milo's gonna say like Drake. I already guess it right. Yep. He's like, no reply. I don't really listen to.
What's wrong with Drake?
I figured I would just guess what you're gonna guess or what you're gonna say. So I guess I'm correct. So I'll tell you my favorite. I can't really say artist, band, or group because I don't listen to anyone or anything like a specific artist to work out. Like I kind of mix it up. I would say depending on what I'm doing, it changes the playlist for me. I have a playlist for when I'm doing cardio, which is my good old Spritzer 2.0 playlist, courtesy of Milo. It's inspiration there with the OG Spritzer music. It's basically a compilation of EDM type of music, just to kind of get my heartbeat up and get me pumped to do my sprints or whatever else I'm doing. If I'm doing leg day, this is funny, but leg day for me is like slower, like 90s R&B type of stuff. Like, I know it's weird. I know I'm listening to 90s R&B on leg day, and for some reason it really helps me get through my leg days. And the rest of the time it's just like some mix of hip hop or rap or whatever. Like I used to lift to rock back in the day, but it's played out for me. So I listen to nothing but hip hop generally, like just kind of a mix of whatever, but there's nothing like specific where I'm like, oh, I have to listen to this artist. It's just like these genres for depending on what I'm doing in the gym, you know, like cardio day, it's freaking you know, stuff, and then leg day it's like
and I swear
no more like more like
by the moon and the
no
stars
I'm trying to think what's
the
as I'm squatting I'm here
wherever you go till death do us part. I love you.
No, it's more like been around the world now, yeah. I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why.
Is that the Barry White version or the Lisa Stanfield version?
It's Lisa Stanfield. That's the best I can do, man.
No,
I
you
can't
gotta play the Barry
like,
White. Get out of here.
I can't. No, Lisa.
Get out of here.
Lisa
You got to do the
Stanfield
Barry
all
White.
day on that song. No.
What?
No,
Pause the
no,
show.
no.
And that's it. You know what?
No,
Ready Player
no.
Lift. Ask Ready Player Lift is canceled. That's it. We're never
No,
doing this.
absolutely not. It has to be Lisa Stanfield on that
What?
song for leg day. Just for
No.
leg day. It's not.
No.
It's not 80s
No.
or whatever. Whenever Barry White, did Barry White even?
Barry White, absolutely. Wait.
I don't think so. I think you're thinking of a different song. He didn't do that. It's not. I'm trying to remember, but it's not that song.
Because Lisa Stanfield. Hold on. This is like old head moment. Hold on.
No.
We are going off
That's
the
a whole
rails.
nother- that's a whole nother
Answer the
topic now.
question. Answer
Old
the question.
head moment. Ding.
Answer the question.
Lisa Stanfield did All Around the World
But which one did she did a cover of
Not
Barry
of-
White.
Not of that song?
I'm pretty sure that's a Barry White song.
No, it is not. It's not a Barry White song.
Hold on.
Keep searching.
I'm searching.
All right, go ahead.
Oh.
Oh, they did it together? Was it like a?
Hold on.
Hold on. I see a Barry White. Oh yeah,
Turn that up. Turn it up. Turn it up so they can hear it. You lift. Okay, so to answer the question, Jerell lifts to this
I absolutely lift to that
on leg day.
Leg
specifically
days.
on leg day.
I can't find my baby.
Go ahead and hit that Barry White version though.
There is no Barry White
We are
version
losing
of that song.
subscribers by the minute. We are losing followers.
You find it. There is no this is one of those, what's that, when something in history has changed.
The Mandela.
The Mandela effect. I'm saying there's never been a Barry White version of this song. Milo's saying there is a Barry White version of this song. What are you thinking of? I'm trying to think. What song are you thinking of? No. Maybe can't get enough of your love, babe. Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Oh, you know what she did? I'm never gonna give you up. I'm never ever gonna stop because the way I feel.
So she covered a different song, is what you're
My
trying
bad.
to say.
All right, so we are losing subscribers like by the second.
Like, what is happening on? What are they talking about? Okay.
See, that's the one. Yeah. I
And
might have
this
been made to
has
that
been
song.
an old head moment.
I might have been made. You know what? That song's so old. Like I might have been like
Made to that.
conceived to that song.
The Barry White version, not the
Yeah, the
Lisa
Barry White version.
Stanfield. No, we're not that young. The Barry White version you were definitely conceived to. When he starts breathing on the tracks. You know what I'm talking about.
Do not disrespect.
I'm not
Mr.
disrespecting. I'm
Barry
just
White.
telling you how it is.
Put some
Barry-
respect on the man's
Barry
name.
White.
He has passed.
Barry
He is
White
no longer with us.
got it on. You know, he did some things with the ladies. Facts. Rest in peace, Barry White.
Okay, so that's your answer to the question. What do you listen to when you train?
This has been another, AKA. AKA
Flying off the rails.
off the rails. Oh my God, what is happening?
All right, so you did kind of answer for me, but I mean, I guess there's no time.
Yeah,
That's all right.
there was
You know
no.
what?
Yeah,
This was your segment. All
You
right.
said nothing. He said nothing.
Thank you,
Yeah,
4
thank you
a.m.
for that
podcast for the question. Keep them coming. Next, what else we got?
Milo wants to go on a little bit, calm the tone down a little bit here, smooth things out with a little bit of Barry White. No, I'm just kidding. With the gains talk, it looks like a little discussion here. Just something to.
I just you know what? I feel like it needs to be said because part of the reason people listen to the show in the beginning, in the early days,
Motivation.
They came for the motivation.
Yeah.
How someone like me managed to motivate people, I still try to figure that out just about every day. Like I don't know what people saw in me or heard in me or see or hear in me at the moment, where they would say, you know what, thanks, I really needed that.
Yeah.
You know what, people have come up to me in person and they said, hey, like I really liked what you said on that, or I liked that post or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
It's because it's genuine and you're coming from a truthful place. And I think that's what people appreciate and probably can relate to, even, is the fact that you're not just making stuff up or spinning a wheel. Like, you're actually like putting a piece of yourself out there and being vulnerable and sharing with people, you know,
for sure,
a part of you. So,
and you know what,
appreciate that.
yeah, and you know what, I've always been not necessarily, like, I don't consider myself to be a leader. I don't consider myself to be like this, like, motivational speaker. Like, I'm figuring my shit out, just like everybody else. That is why I feel like this message is important.
Okay.
And I want to get it out there because it's important to me. As you may know, we all go through shit. Jerell's gone through some shit. We all went through some shit when all of this weird shit happened 3 years ago with 2020. Things got weird. People did a lot of soul searching. People did a lot of, maybe I don't like this job. Maybe it's time for a change.
Yeah, time for a
maybe move. It's time to move. Maybe I should look into my finances. Maybe I should move to another country. Maybe, a lot of people kind of pumped the brakes and they said, you know what? I'm not happy.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not happy where things are.
Yeah.
To that I say, great fucking job. So if you sat there, last year, last month, last week, and you said, you know what? Enough. Like, I'm done. If you made an effort, any of you listeners, Jerell, if you made an effort, any of your family members, if anyone has stopped and they said, it's time for a change, I fucking love it. And I want you to know that whatever it is that you thought at the time was not possible, it is not impossible. Like, anything is possible. If you listeners knew what I have been dealing with, you wouldn't fucking believe it. But the fact that I get up there every fucking, well, maybe not every week. We tend to skip these episodes, every couple of weeks, once a month. But
I'd say once a month.
If you can get up there and if you can still keep pushing forward and keep fighting for what you believe in, you know what, if you're not happy with where you are, and if you're done, you're fed up, and you want to make that change, and if you've made a change in the same way that I've made a change in the last 3 years, I fucking commend you. Yeah. If you're sitting here now and if you're wondering, like, man, like, I need to lose weight, like I need to get in the gym, or I'm not happy in this relationship, or I'm not happy in this this house or this apartment or what fucking ever. Like, do something about it.
Yeah.
Like, what's your take on that? Am I like just firing off nonsense, or
no? I'm right there with you. I mean, we have ourselves, even if it's small little things, like, you wanted to turn your office into a little spot perfect for recording. You did it. I wanted to move my office into an entire another room and do the same thing. I did it. We set our minds on whatever it is that we want to do, and we do it, like, regardless of what it is. Like, and I think that's what you're kind of saying is, like, whatever thoughts you have in your mind or ideas, or if you're considering doing something and you've always, no, I can't do that.
I'm scared.
Why not? Do it.
Right.
Like,
do it.
Who cares? Like, especially as you get older, I think it becomes one of those things where it's like, who cares? Like, if you want to do it, then do it. If you want to learn how to play an instrument, learn how to play an instrument. If you want to make a YouTube channel of you cooking. Make a YouTube channel of you cooking. Like, who cares whether or not you have 3 people watching or you have 3 million people watching? Like, it's something that you want to do. Like, put in the effort, make it happen, and do it. Like, eventually it might become something you don't even realize, like, down the road. Just, I think the biggest thing is your personal happiness, like, and not having any regret later on in life, and saying, I wish I would have.
It's the wondering for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the wondering, like, I look at where I'm at now, and night and day. Like I've made some changes.
Yeah,
I've never been happier. It's the what if. Like, what if I didn't make the changes? What if I didn't start this podcast? What if I didn't make the get out of certain things that I wasn't happy in? Like, where would I be now?
Yep.
But look at where I'm at now. Like, if you just you don't know, like,
you don't know
what you're missing out
until
on.
you actually go for it.
The sad thing is it could be the most terrible waste. Like, you don't know what you're missing out on if you don't pursue that little itch that you have. That's like, you're just like, I'm not too sure about this. I don't know I'm not happy here.
I feel like I have things to say too. I want to start a podcast like Milo and Jerell. Like, then do it. Like, do it. You will not. We're not the only ones who have a podcast, and we're nowhere near as successful as other people, but that doesn't limit us to doing what we love to do and what we want to do. It doesn't change anything for us. Like, we don't care. Like it's the same thing I was saying. If we had 3 million views or 30 views, like, it doesn't make a difference to us, because we're doing what we want to do. We're doing what we put our minds towards, and something that we're making happen. We're making it happen, And
to close this out, because I do enjoy, like, talking about, like, freaking Nintendo, like, but no, to close it out, I mean, really, it all comes down to taking that first step.
Yeah.
If it's, like, man, I'm not too happy with how I look, in the mirror, the pounds are packing on, like, the first step.
The very first step is key. Yep. Even if it's a little baby step. I totally forgot to do a shout out, but shout out to my boy Florentino. I know I've shouted him out like a bunch of times, but, like, dude, he's been on my app. He's been doing my fitness plan or whatever. He's sticking with it. He's lost 30 pounds, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's so cool. Like, there you go. But he started small, and he's steadily, I remember sticking with it and doing what he can do, and
he was engaging with your workouts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Freaking, he's lost 30 pounds. Like, and it's amazing. Like, that's probably one of the best things that I could have heard, even for myself, because, like, I was even realistically starting to have doubts on whether or not I want to keep going along with the fitness stuff myself and pushing it out there and trying to motivate others, and trying to create more workouts for the app and whatever. Like, and then he's telling me all this stuff, how everything's going for him, and it's just like, oh crap, like, that's amazing. Like, if you just one person, like, that was always that was all, like, to this day, like, when people ask me, like, oh, why do you do the podcast, I always said, like, and I think I told you millions of times when I'm like, hey man, I'm doing a podcast, I always said, like, you know what, if I hit one person, like, if one person if it connects with one person,
feels that
resonates with them,
they want to make that change, or if they want to check out a movie because we talked about it, or they want to listen to a certain song because we talked about it, like, if we impact, like, we only have so much time in this world, on this, like, planet, and, like, the goal is to make as many impacts as possible. And so why not start with yourself and impact your own life, and take those small steps yourself, and then see where that takes you. You might not even realize that the small steps that you're taking
are inspiring other people that are also watching what you're doing, because people are watching.
Exactly.
People see you, you know, and you may not realize like you're also inspiring other people, just like, you know, how you're being inspired, you know.
That's it. It needed to be said.
Yeah.
It needed to be said.
Switching gears, Milo. Video games.
Well,
have you been playing anything? It's like, deer in the headlights. Video games.
well,
I got nothing. I know we've been so crazy busy as we always say, but realistically, like, because we have only been pumping out essentially one episode a month, like that kind of sort of proves, like, it shows you like we're legitimately busy doing other things. So we don't have a ton of time to play as many games as we would like to. But we occasionally get to. I have had a little bit of time to play some things. I actually, funny enough, my son wanted to play on Xbox. They have the new, or whatever, the newest Madden 2023 Madden. And I haven't played a Madden. If you don't know what Madden is a football game, like basically the most popular, famous football game probably that's ever existed that I can
it's
think
the only
of.
football game out there.
Yeah,
At this
it's
point.
the only one at this point. Yeah, so Madden's been around forever, ever. Anyway, this is the newest version of it. I realistically haven't played a Madden game in probably like 10 years, man. Maybe even more. Like I have no idea. So my son's been playing it. It looks kind of neat. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I let him play it. One day he's like, hey, do you want to play with me? And I'm like, I've been watching you play. You're probably going to whoop me. Like, I haven't played this in years. So he's like, oh, do you want to do the tutorial? Nah, it's fine. I'll figure it out as we play. Long story short, my son may never want to play Madden ever again. I whooped him so bad, like demolished this kid. Oh my God. I felt bad. Like I started feeling bad where I'm like, bro, how? It was like that old Dave Chappelle skit when he's like with the cancer kid and he's like playing games and he's like, oh, just like, it was like that. Or the other, what's the Anthony Anderson in what's that movie?
Romeo Must Die.
Romeo
We'll
Must
have to
Die.
put the clip.
It was like Anthony Anderson, Romeo Must Die. Just going. I was me. I was just like,
he's like,
whoa, interception. Like I absolutely destroyed this kid so bad. Like I think it was like 80-0 at the end of the fourth quarter, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta let this kid at least score one touchdown, because I mean, it was like nonstop, like interception after interception after interception, just throw, touchdown, sack, like just demolish this kid. And I felt so bad, and I'm like, holy crap, I may have ruined Madden for him. He may never want to play this game ever again. But surprisingly, he actually has. He's kept playing it, and he still asked me to play.
He took it like a
champ. From time. Oh, he took it way better than I expected him to take it.
Way better than you would have taken it.
Dude, yeah, way better. If it was his brother that I was playing, he would have been crying his eyes out and ran out of the room screaming and yelling or something. Because, dude, like, yeah, he's a very different kid, but like, he took it so freaking well and was just like, all right, you know, that I'm like impressed. I'm like, man, you actually. So we played again, and I didn't whoop him right away. Like I was like, oh, okay, he's doing all right. You know, I picked a lesser team even, like, to kind of give him an opportunity, because, you know, if you based on the stats of the teams, they only do so well. So I picked a lesser team, and he was holding his own. It took me a while, but once I hit that first touchdown and got in my groove, game over. Like it was like not quite a repeat as the first time, where I just totally demolished him, but it was like really bad still, to the point where he even was like, okay, like I don't want to play anymore. Like, and I'm like, come on, man, like we're almost, you still got another quarter. Nah, I'm never gonna catch up. Like he was just like, whatever. like it's fine.
Defeated.
Dude, it was pretty brutal. But I played Madden, and because the new Zelda game is coming out, I want to say in like a couple of weeks, maybe.
Yeah,
pretty soon.
Tears of the Kingdom drops on. I took some notes here because I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
Drops on May 12th.
Okay, yeah. So about 2-3 weeks. So because that's coming out, and because Milo has basically
Hounded
me, poked me with a freaking stick, play Breath of the Wild. The Zelda Breath of the Wild game that's like, it's like 6 years old or something probably now.
At least
like,
by now.
Yeah. I finally got back on there and just been rushing through trying to play it and get as far as I can so I can beat it. It's good. Breath of the Wild is amazing. It is incredibly difficult on certain parts and infuriating, taking me back to when I was a child where I would just rage out playing these games, and I had a major, like, thank God the console, because I've been playing it handheld, right? Because it's easier for me to look at and deal with. Thank God the console, like the battery was like dying. Like it was like, need to charge, because I probably would have like snapped it or like tossed it.
So tell the listeners what you're, like, who are you stuck at?
Infuriated. So I'm on the divine. I'm on one of the divine beasts. The divine beast, the one that I can't remember the name. It's the walking one. It's like the big, tall, four legs one or whatever in the sand.
In the sand, yeah.
Where you have to dress up like a woman to get into the town, because men aren't allowed in the town. It's a whole. It's a whole thing. It's part of the game. Check it out. It is part of the game. So you got to dress up like.
That part was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny. So then you go, also because there's another guy that's in there dressed up as a woman. Anyway. So you go, do a bunch of stuff, solve a bunch of puzzle things. And I knew it too, because I was like, there's something else going to happen. I have a feeling, because you solve all the puzzles. And then at the end, it's like, the voice is like, oh, just be careful. Don't get too excited, or whatever she says. Like, you never know what might happen, whatever nonsense. And then you go and do the last little thing, and then freaking boss pops up. Whatever something Ganon boss, I don't know.
Thunderblight?
And I don't remember. I'm terrible with remembering all the names. There's so many names.
How many
beasts
have you beaten? Is that the first one?
It's the first one.
Oh.
I know. It's a nightmare.
Dude, what are you doing recording? Like, go play this freaking game.
I want to, but I need to beat
here.
this stupid boss. Like it's this damn boss, and it's
you're
fast.
barely on the first beast.
Dude, I told you, like, I don't know what I'm doing on this game. Like, I had to jump back in and figure out what the heck to do. Like, you have to understand, like, when I first started playing this game, I wasn't trying to explore and like uncover the entire map. It wasn't until recently when you were like, hey, just go to find all the towers and uncover a bunch of stuff and go like explore the map and figure it out, like, that I finally realized, like, yeah, I didn't know where to go. I was like stuck in the little Kakariko town or whatever it's called, like, for the most part, like just chasing chickens, like, and like not knowing what the heck I'm supposed to be doing. Like,
you need a plan.
I had no idea that, and also I had no idea that the map was so freaking huge. Like, the map is like insanely huge.
It's massive, yeah.
Yeah, to where like you get to one part, like top of a mountain, and you're like,
yep.
There's more? Like, what is that?
What is that?
When I first started going towards that divine beast, I was like, oh my God. I thought it was I thought it was like something I had to fight, like, at first. Like, I was like, oh my God, what is like that thing? Like, and it's like, and then I found out, like, it's a whole thing, and there's like 4 divine beasts.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Go and
you got to go find them all.
I'm like, oh my God.
So find them all, and then there you go.
It was a pain in the ass because I had to go to the town. I had to figure out what the heck to do there, get a costume to become a woman to go in there, because otherwise they'd throw me out. And then they wouldn't trust me still, so I had to go to this like cave and fight all and like sneak around these crazy warrior things.
It's this whole
to get this stupid relic, which is this giant mask that doesn't fit on the girl's face. If you played this game, you're probably laughing because you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Most people have played this game.
And then after that, you got to take it back to the girl, the princess, queen, whatever, leader of that clan. Give it to her, and then you can finally go to the divine beast. But then, wait, there's more. After you get to the divine beast, you have to do all this other stuff, sand surfing, and blow up its legs, and then you're able to get inside of it. Yeah, to get inside of it. And then once you're inside of it, you got to solve all these damn puzzles.
To be fair, though, you've had 6 years to like figure this out.
But I haven't played it in 6.
And you have 2 weeks until the new one
playing it for 6 years. I started playing it
at least
maybe
2 years
3 years. Yeah, maybe 3 at the most. 2 years. At least 2 years ago. You let me borrow the game 2 years ago.
I gave it to you, and I'm like, here you. Like I was so happy for you, and I was like,
and
this
I had
is gonna
no
be
time.
Like the
I had
best
no
thing.
time to play. I started playing it. I did. I played it for quite a while. I made a video of where I'm playing it in the video. Like,
yeah, I remember.
So I mean, it's been a while, but I mean, I was playing it for a long time, and then I just kind of lost interest because I didn't know what the heck I was supposed to do. Like I was like, I didn't realize, there's more to just finding these towers. You actually have to go and solve all this other more grandiose stuff.
It's so worth it though. Geez. I'm telling you, like when you finally like get it all done.
I'm
which
sure.
which kind of leads into
this new one.
This new one.
Well, from the trailer. Dude, from the trailer and this new one, I'm like,
oh my god!
Like, oh my, whoa! You get to fight along with people.
Yeah, there's like so much stuff, dude.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited.
So this is a spoiler-free, quick presentation of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Let's go. So here's what we know. So as I mentioned, the game drops May 12th of this year. It will be. Oh, there's a fun fact here. This game is going to be very expensive. You're not going to like this.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this? You're going to wait for me to let you borrow it.
Yeah, I'm still going to be playing this one probably for the rest of the damn year. I need to beat this one for the Breath of the Wild one first.
So the standard edition, it is going to cost $69.99 in American currency. $69.99. So they're upping the price of this. $70.
Sons of beaches.
Let's see what else. What's
it's
it
not
about?
even on it. Well, the worst, not the worst, but like the most kind of somewhat frustrating part is you have to understand also the Breath of the Wild came out when the Nintendo Switch came out 6 years ago. You would think by now they would have come out or be coming out with a new gen Switch or other console to go along with this new Zelda game.
No,
instead,
that's not the Nintendo way.
I know, but what I'm saying is like they're losing out because like at the very least upgrade the current system and make it like stronger and more powerful so that this new game looks even better.
That's not Nintendo.
Because it's going to look exactly the same as all the rest of the stuff. Like,
dude, Nintendo
that's my
does
only,
not give a
gripe about
crap.
it. Like, you know,
like,
because I mean, could you imagine how good this game could really look? Like if it was
something like it's like the Series X.
Series X, yeah, PS5. Like, dude,
no, Nintendo doesn't care.
It would look insane.
Nintendo is like us. It is about quality. Nintendo doesn't care how much you want your shit to be in 4K. they will give you your fucking 4K when they fucking feel like it. And right now they don't have to do shit.
Realistically, it would be nice.
Yeah.
Because then they would really make bank, you know.
They already make bank though. That's the problem.
But they would be like, dang it, I gotta buy a new system in order to get this game.
They released this other version of the Switch, the OLED.
That's not.
And all it was just like an OLED screen. That was it.
It's like
the stupid Simpsons episode with Malibu Stacy.
Now with new hat.
Yeah. Like that's like the only change.
Yeah.
So it is a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild. Okay, so that obviously
so that'd be nice.
Are there dungeons? We don't know yet.
Okay.
If you played Ocarina of Time, I'm sure, right? That game has some dungeons.
Yeah.
So a lot of the complaints on and we'll wrap this Zelda shit, but a lot of the complaints on Breath of the Wild were the fact that there were not any like dungeons. Like,
well, I mean, what about
the Divine Beast thing is about as close as it gets. And
no, what about the what's
the
it called?
shrines?
Shrines, yeah.
They're not technically
are-
dungeons. They're just like quick little like.
Yeah, that was about
go
the
in
closest thing
and
that I
solve
could
some
think. Because I mean, you
puzzles.
got to solve those puzzles, but that's
But
about the closest thing I could think of to the dungeons. But
Breath of the Wild didn't have like the traditional dungeons that like
true, where you
Ocarina
had
of
to
Time.
get through
Where
like
you
the
go,
little
you
spiky things.
You go
and,
in like the Deku tree,
yeah,
and you're like, okay, you go in the Deku tree,
Mhm.
and you're like in the dungeon, and you're like, it's like and remember in Ocarina of Time like how it felt when you beat the dungeon and you get out and you're like,
I did it.
like daylight. Remember that?
Yeah,
That was kind of
Uh-huh.
that. So people do miss that feeling, and so
Yeah.
we don't know if that's
yeah,
going to be.
because with the shrines you could just leave. Like
Yes.
you don't have to.
Like,
you don't
nah,
have
I'm
to
out. I'm
f-
done.
You don't have. Yeah, you don't have
I've
to
done that.
actually solve it.
I'm like,
you could be like,
F this.
I can't figure out this one.
No, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then you
Mhm.
just like, whoosh, like
yeah
teleport out.
Maybe next time. Yeah. Yep.
So as of right now, we don't know if traditional dungeons are coming back. But
I feel like no.
I feel like
Just
no, too.
because like it seems like there's going to be so much more that you're going to have to do with this game. Like from the trailer at least, it just looks so like epic. Like with the other characters and everything, like you don't have to fight alone or whatever they say in the trailer.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I will definitely be giving you my. I'm playing this shit like day one.
Oh yeah. I know.
I'm. It's going to be ridiculous.
If for whatever crazy reason I can finish Breath of the Wild within the next 3 weeks, then maybe I'll play that also. But don't hold your breath.
Yeah, you need to get on that. All right. What else we got?
Are you wanting to stay on this Nintendo route?
It's about all we have.
Blip, 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 bop.
The super. What is the name of this movie? Because I just call it the Mario movie. Like when you talk about the movie, what do you call it?
I thought it was a Super Mario Brothers movie.
I have not once called it the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I think that's
Have you guys seen,
technically
like-
exactly what it's called.
The
Let
yeah,
me
it is
see.
called the Super Mario Brothers movie. Like nobody
Super,
calls it
Super,
that.
Super
I
Mario
call it
Bros.
the
movie.
like. Did you watch the Mario movie? Like that's
Yeah, that's generally how I describe it as well. It's just the Mario movie, but the Super
The-
Mario Brothers movie. Okay.
Mario movie has released.
Are we wanting to go into this already? Because we got to throw out
Yes.
the spoiler alert. Or is
Slap
there
it
anything
on.
else you want to is there anything you want to talk about? No, we're going
Slap
full.
it on in post.
Okay. Spoilers. You have been warned. We're going in on the Super Mario Brothers movie, aka the Mario movie, aka Peaches movie. you
AKA
have been
the
warned.
finest video game movie adaptation ever.
Let's go.
Let's go. What'd you think?
Man. I still need to go see it again. I was planning on going to see it again, and I ended up getting sick. I had this weird like stomach thing for like a whole day. I literally slept for an entire day. Like it was crazy. I'd never felt like that before in my life, but like, well, I probably have, but like in a long time. But man, oh man. From beginning to middle to end and all throughout, this is by far my most favorite movie ever, and I cannot wait until I can own it so that I can watch it constantly, because I'm sure I will anyway, because I have children and they'll want to watch it all the time, and I'm 100% okay with it because I absolutely loved this movie for every little piece of it. Like I freaking loved it. It was just great. It was great. they didn't miss. They didn't miss on anything. And there's I don't even know where to begin because there's so much that's in this movie that you don't realize that's in this movie until you look it up after, or until you watch it and you're like, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh check it out, oh, like that's how it was the whole movie. You're just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I was like a little kid watching it because you as us, for adults who grew up with this and grew up with Mario our entire lives, like we know so many little bits and pieces from the games that, like, watching the movie, we instantly, like, it hit, like, because we have been involved in this Nintendo world for so long that, like, I don't know. I'll let you say something, so I'm not just hogging up the airspace here.
You're doing great. I agree with you completely. Jerell and I, we had a little bit of an old head moment earlier, so we're not exactly like the youngest people around, right? You gotta understand, growing up as children, as young adolescents, we didn't have shit like this.
No,
we didn't have.
No, like
we didn't.
Our kids will never understand like how amazing this movie is to us, because this is like this animation.
Is like a dream come true.
This is
like,
for us, it's like a dream come true. For them, they don't get it, like, because they grew up with this.
It's no big deal.
Yeah, we didn't have animation like this. We didn't have like anything like this.
Jerell, if you can go back in time, okay, and if you can have a copy of like Sonic 1, the movie, Sonic 2, the movie, take that with you. Take the Mario movie with you. Take it in like a time machine. Yeah. Sit little Jerell down, like little 8-year-old Jerell.
I'd probably have a stroke.
You'd be like, check this out. But, oh my God.
Have a dang heart attack.
You got Knuckles, you got Sonic flying around, being supersonic and like ultra HD
pop out
crisp,
of my head. Yeah.
4K. You got the Mario movie. It is good.
Dude, and it's visually phenomenal, like to every little detail. Like on the part when he first gets into the world, right, Mushroom Kingdom or wherever he's at, goes through the pipe, lands, and they show a close up of him, and he's like, whoa, like he's just kind of looking around. The stitching on his hat, you could see the M on his hat. You can see the stitching. Like, I was like, oh my God, like that's so freaking cool. Like, just such little tiny details like that. We're like, dude, like that's amazing. Like that they would even put that much love and care into something like this. Like it's just warms my heart.
And like I said, if you compare that to like what we had, like
nothing.
Which we did talk about the original Mario movie. Now the funny thing about
discussed it enough.
The thing that surprised me the most about this new movie was there were actually a lot of references to like the original movie, or there was a lot of, not like references, but
I don't remember.
Well,
similarities.
Similarities.
I think
not a reference.
Yeah,
there were similarities.
There's similarities in the sense that when they go
into
the
they go into the pipe like in the sewer.
Yep. So when they go into the thing, the pipe or whatever, when they stumble across it, they go down in there because they're trying to fix the pipe, right? It's the same as in the other movie. They're trying to fix the pipe that's burst or whatever, and then they stumble across and go through. Same thing. At the end, when
spoiler.
Yeah, we're already on the spoilers.
I know, but just to someone that didn't like get there, like we're talking about the ending of the movie.
Listen to the previous spoiler, then okay. At the end of the original movie, when they transport everyone back to Brooklyn, Bowser and everything, they did the same on this one, where they bring Bowser back to Brooklyn. Except it's even better in this one because they have this epic, like ultimate fight. scene
Yeah.
that you were waiting for the whole movie. Like, oh,
You know what I was waiting for? So they gave
that
me so
I was
much.
waiting so long for that tail grab.
The tail spin. That's
tail
exactly
grab
what I'm like. They
and the
better do it.
spin.
I know they're gonna do. And then they both
I
did
was
it.
so freaking happy when they did that. Just man, it was so great.
The cast did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, perfect.
You know what I thought was like
zero
hilarious.
complaints.
You know what was like funniest to me? The fact that like everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people online were like bitching
upset
about Chris
at
Pratt's
first.
voice.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, he doesn't sound well." Like they like made a joke out of it.
And that's what made it. I think that's what made it perfect. Is that in the beginning of the movie
he overacted like the accent.
They had him do the accent. They had him do it that way, and they made it like it was a part of.
Yeah,
like,
they overdid
it
to like sell it up. Yeah.
And I was
And
like,
so it's
oh,
like, boom.
Think
And
the
then
Italian accents were too much. Like, no, it was great. Then it was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, because it in all reality, like if you think about it, for an entire movie, him actually talking like that would be obnoxious. It would get stupid after a while.
But Chris Pratt did a great job.
It's me, Mario. Like the whole time, it would be stupid. Like, so it
I
was
was
actually
totally
really perfect how he played Mario.
Yeah, I was completely immersed. I didn't think twice about his voice. Like,
nope.
10 minutes into the movie, I was in. Yeah. I was immersed. Seth Rogen,
all of them, everybody that did, everybody
Black,
that voiced the characters. Yeah,
everyone did.
It didn't
Jack
bug me
Black
in any way. Perfect.
Did you know?
Jack Black's great.
The Peaches song, as we
everyone knows at this
everyone
point,
knows.
and loves, and we sing it every day, and it gets stuck in your head. Peaches, peaches, peaches.
So that
he
song,
didn't want to do it. He originally didn't want to do it. I don't know if that's what you were gonna say.
Well, no, I was going to tell you that this song is actually going to be eligible for an Oscar.
I did see that, which is crazy. It's like, oh man, Jack Black might win his first Oscar, which would be so cool. Like, I mean, even well if it's for that, like,
well deserved.
If you don't know, Jack Black also has a rock/metal type of band.
If you must know about,
Jack
Jerell.
Black's musical history. Huge Tenacious D fan.
Massive.
Seen them multiple times in concert. They're amazing. They're not for children. It's a very different type of music.
Adult.
Aside from Peaches, it's not quite what you would expect if you don't know anything about.
Yeah, Jerell. As long as I've known him, he's been a huge like Tenacious D, like massive like nerd. So this must have been like the fact that like Jack Black did such a good job.
When he started singing, I was so happy because it was and it was perfect. Like that's the best part about it. Like I didn't realize he was gonna sing in the movie, so when he started singing, I was just dying. Like I was like, this is all giddy. I was already giddy about everything in the movie when every bit of the music in the movie, I was like, oh my god! Like every time. Like the music changed and it was like from the game, but like they did it in like a theatrical, like,
orchestrated
type of way.
Yeah,
like it was like, oh my god, this is so cool.
Even the like the soundtrack, like they played like songs from like the 80s, like "Take on Me."
Yep.
For the cart, which I later found out that was Funky Kong.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him.
Donkey Kong. They did the DK rap, which was really cool.
They did the DK rap.
Yeah. What other song? What was the other one I Need a Hero?
Yeah.
When the training sequence in Mario.
But that scene also made sense though.
Yeah. And what's even funnier about that training sequence is the fact that they kept saying how short he was the whole time, like leading up to that, and you didn't realize it, and then he gets the mushroom and he grows like, and I'm like, oh shit, like it's just like in the game. I was like, that's Mario, hilarious. He was like short, but then he got the mushroom, and it had him grow. I'm like, that's so freaking funny. Like it was so perfect how they did it, and like you didn't think anything of it until they did that. Where you're like, oh yeah, he is short. Like in the game when he's little. That's so freaking cool.
The pacing of the movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it was slow at any points. Like it
wasn't
right.
dragging. It didn't miss. There was nothing missing.
Luigi was fantastic. Charlie Day did such a great job.
I want there to be a Luigi's Mansion movie.
Absolutely.
Like,
well,
I want there to be
now,
yeah, I think we already know where you're going with this. Like, this movie was so good and hit everything so perfectly that it is now opened up like
the Nintendo cinematic universe.
Yeah, it's opened it up to where Nintendo can realistically take anything that they want and turn it into a movie. Like if they can make it as good as how this one was. You know,
I think they can. It was a massive success. The movie made a ton of money. It was the highest grossing animated film. It beat like all this like Disney shit.
Yeah,
Frozen.
I think Frozen one of the Frozens was the best or the top forever. Grossing. Yeah.
And this like shattered box office records. So absolutely, there's going to be a sequel. Yeah. And I hope they like milk it as much as they can because
absolutely.
Let's be honest, like the superhero shit is like played out.
It's over.
So it's time to like and you know what? Maybe they can fulfill the ultimate like childhood dream and do like the Sonic and Mario like crossover.
Oh, man, that would be wild.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild. So
overall,
if you wanted to I gave it a perfect score. This movie's 10 out of 10.
Agreed.
10 out of 10.
10 mushrooms out of 10.
Yeah.
10,
there's no. Yeah. I don't.
If you have, I feel like if you have a complaint about this movie, like you're looking for, like you're going out of your way to like.
Yeah. The only. So it's funny. The only and this is beyond nitpicky, but the only thing that I didn't see in here that I was surprised that they didn't have in there was during the little scene. It was the part where it's kind of like a bit of a montage where they're traveling through the different worlds to get to where they're going, and they go through the sand world, and there's nothing. There was nothing in the sand world. Like they didn't show the little cactus things.
Pokey.
Yeah, they didn't show the little pokey. They didn't show any of that stuff. That's the only thing that I noticed.
That is super nitpicky.
But I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
my only complaint,
if that
there was no pokey.
There was no pokey. Where was the pokey? Where was it? No, if if that actually bothered you, then yeah. But that was the only thing I actually thought of at that moment where I was like, oh,
there's
Yoshis. They didn't have the little.
They added Yoshis.
I know. They added all the Yoshis and they made it. Yeah, they made it. They made it so that there most likely is a sequel coming, and Yoshi's going to be in it. Because if you remember when all the Yoshis were running at that one part where they're going through that world, there was no green Yoshi. Like none of them were green. But then at the end they show the green egg, and I'm like, all
right.
But so many little things. So many things. Mayor Pauline was in it. The voice actor
Charles Martinet
for Mario. He played two characters in there. He played Mario's dad, and he played some other little guy that was just like a random guy playing an arcade. And I was like, hey,
that is just
whatever.
So
I was like,
great.
oh my god!
So I mean, come on, like. What's not to like?
When that part happened, I was like, I told my wife, I was like, oh my god, that's
Sean Leonardo.
Oh. That's exactly what I did. Dude. So there's so much more in that movie that we can't even, like, we would be talking for like 40 more minutes just breaking down all the little things. I mean, there's so many things in this movie that you don't even realize, like tiny little Easter eggs of stuff that you're just like, oh my god! Like,
Mario had like a Star Fox R-wing,
so much,
like on his like TV.
Yeah,
I don't know if you caught that, but like he had,
dude, I did see that.
Come on, like get out of here.
There's just so many little tiny things that
are
just like, man, like we don't even have.
Bottom line, If
we'd have to do a whole episode on this movie just to break down all the Easter eggs because there's so many little things. Like,
if you haven't
out of
seen
control.
this
if you haven't
flick
seen it,
yet, like,
please, God, for
for the love of God,
go see
go
it.
see this movie.
Like, you have to. Like, everyone has to see this. Like, this is, and I'm gonna say it, my favorite movie of the year so far.
Easy.
And it's funny that I've said this to multiple people, and they're like, yeah, but you haven't seen John Wick 4 yet. And I'm like, this is true. I haven't seen John Wick 4 yet, but so far, this is my favorite movie.
Pretty confident
of the year. Yeah, like, I'm sure John Wick 4 is amazing also, but this one just hits on a different level for me because it's not just a good movie in itself. It's like, it's nostalgic.
It was done with care. It was done with.
You could tell they actually gave a crap when they made this movie, and there was definitely so much more love and fan shit.
And they
in there.
did it because let's face it, like, who watched this movie? Was it for the kids or was it for the adults? Well, it was for both.
Yeah,
Like,
They made it work for multiple generations, you know, like ours
Absolutely.
and the current one for all the kids. Like, it was perfect because most kids nowadays they've also played all these Mario games because
they keep
the
re-releasing
Nintendo.
them.
Yeah, well, also Nintendo makes it they're more accessible because you can get the whatever the Nintendo Online thing where it has all of the old games on Nintendo, on 64,
And of
whatever
course
else is
they
on
play
there.
just
Like,
as well today
yeah,
as they did
it's
back
the
then.
same.
It's just timeless gaming.
all
right, what else we got? That might be it.
princess. Peach. Mario. So good. So good. I want to go see it again.
Yeah,
I
just
need
talking
to go
about
see
it makes me want to see it again.
It's just, just makes me happy. Warms my heart.
That might be it.
I don't know if anything else can top the
We can't really
the
top
Mario chatter.
You know what? I want to leave it where we are.
Yeah.
I think it was nice and tight.
I think so.
Lots of Nintendo chatter.
Feels good.
Like I said at the beginning of the episode, if you were
It's
a
gonna be
Nintendo,
I think it's gonna be a Nintendo episode.
yeah, we'll theme this episode and we'll use a lot of like Nintendo style like stuff. I think because this is one of the better ones. I think for you gamers out there for sure. Do you have any closing remarks? Closing thoughts?
Thank you all for constantly listening to us and dealing with my random sporadic behavior at times and being patient because we take a long time to drop episodes. And welcome to season 8.
Season 8. I think this is probably one of the stronger season openers that we've had. So guys, girls, people, if you know what, if you like what we're doing, please comment. Please go over to YouTube. You know that there's a lot of engagement there. So like we answer everyone. We engage. Let us know. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you want to hear. You can review us many ways. You can find us over on Spotify. That's where we originally started. You can rate us there. You can rate us on Apple Podcasts. You can, you know what, just let us know. And if not, just give us a follow. Let us see those follows and those subscribers. We're at season 8. We want to keep growing and we can't do it without you. So thank you for listening to the Ready Player Live podcast, your favorite show about gains and games. I'm your host, Milo, closing it out with my co-host, Jerell.
Yes, sir.
We out.
We out.